home when I was 3, and it didn't leave much from Ma and me. Just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now I don't blame him cause he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did is before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, it must have thought it was a hell of a joke, and it's got a lot of laughs and lots of folk. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean, and my fists got hard and my wrist got keen. Roamed from town to town to hide my shame. But I'd made a vow to the moon and stars that I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and kill that man that gave me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I just hit town and my throat was dry. Thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. And at an old saloon on the street of mud, and there at a table dealing stud, such a dirty mangy dog was named me Sue. Well, I could tell that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that the mother had. I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. Well, he was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? How you gonna die?" Yeah, that's what I told him. Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down with a mighty surprise. Come up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. So I busted a chair right across his teeth, and we crashed through the wall and into the street, kicking and gouging in the mud and the blood and the beer. I tell you, I fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. Well, I heard him laugh and I heard him cuss, and he went for his gun and pulled mine first. He stood there looking at me, and I saw him smile. He said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough." And I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I give you that name, and I said goodbye, and I knew you'd have to get tough or die. It's that name that helped to make you strong. He said that you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me now. Wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your gut and the spit in the eye, 'cause I'm the dirty mangy dog that named you Sue. What could I do? Got all choked up and I threw down my guns, called him a paw and he called me a son. Went away with a different point of view. Well, I think about him now and then, every time I try and every time I win. And if I ever have a son, I think I'm gonna name him Bill or George or anything to Sue. I still hate that name. Suey.